Hello YouTube and welcome back to the Daily Life. Today is Monday, November 11th, 2013, and it is Remembrance Day or Veterans Day, depending on where you are. I have once again decided to don a suit and tie because I feel that this subject is an extremely important one. It warranted me putting on a suit, and so here I am. You may find that today's talk will be somewhat lacking in the comedy department. It's a serious issue, and I want to give it some serious airtime on my show. Before I start, though, I must comment again. It is another dreary day here in the capital. I've tried to brighten it up as much as I can. I've turned on every single light in the studio, my room, whatever, because it's important that you get to know Remembrance Day. Now, this is probably not going to get up until after Remembrance Day ceremonies have completed. I hope that you took part in them, or that you at least stopped for them wherever you were. Customary to stop for 2 minutes and remember those brave men and women who put themselves in the line of duty, in the line of fire for our country. They sacrificed everything. They made the ultimate sacrifice so that we can live in a free, democratic, prosperous society. And we thank them from the bottom of our hearts. The poppy is a symbol of our thanks. If you don't wear one, you should. It's extremely important. It symbolizes our remembrance. Whenever you see somebody wearing a poppy, or you put a poppy on yourself, it's a symbol to the world that you will never forget the sacrifices that our brave men and women made in the First World War, the Second World War, the Korean War, the Gulf War, more recently the wars in Afghanistan, Iraq, Libya, Syrian conflicts, and all the other wars throughout the ages that I am forgetting at the moment. Those are just the main wars that I listed. Now, there is some controversy, and I want to address that. This is not a normally serious show, and I will get back to the humor tomorrow. I'm sorry for making it a serious show, but on occasion, I do believe it's warranted that I have a serious, frank discussion to get my point out. Again, this is not a big issue. This shouldn't be a big issue. Remembering our veterans, it should not be a partisan issue. It should not be a political issue. It should be an issue that everybody supports. And so that's why I'm on here. Because there are some people who you know, for whatever reason, don't like wearing a poppy. You'd be surprised how many people I walk around on the streets and see people not wearing them. It is such a small and insignificant thing to do for 10 days in November. I mean, when you consider that so many people sacrificed so many countless lives and time so that we could walk freely on our streets, and that there are so many places in the world where people cannot do that as we can in our society. It is such a small symbol of our appreciation. That's why I wear one, and that's why everyone should wear them, in my opinion. What else can I say about Remembrance Day? That's kind of my plug for why I think it's important to wear the poppy, wear the symbol. I'm not going to make jokes today, as I say. The jokes will resume tomorrow. Today is not a day for joking. Today is a day for remembrance. That's why I'm taking it seriously. Which is out of character because I'm normally a happy-go-lucky guy. And I am a happy-go-lucky. Happy-go-lucky? Happy-go-lucky. I'm not going to be completely devoid of humor. I still stumble over my words, you know. The subject matter is not humorous today. The this morning there was a wonderful ceremony. There were ceremonies in the capitals Ottawa and Washington to honor and remember our veterans. It was on this day at 11 o'clock a.m. that the armistice, what's called the armistice, was signed, and World War One came to a close. World War One was supposed to be the war to end all wars, but because of a ruthless dictator, we had World War Two, the Cold War, and now our current wars. I'm at a loss for words to describe how unnecessary these conflicts are and how I believe that they should be less regular, as I think all people do. But I don't know how to put it into words. So I'll leave it at that. What else can I talk about? Symbolism, important things, the importance of remembering. It's important that we never forget. It's important that we set aside this designated day to remember. Because as I know, and as everybody knows, people live busy lives. You know, people are busy, and they don't always have time for an important day like this. But it's important. I feel like I'm repeating myself. But there's only, I mean, how many things can I say? I mean, how many ways can I say that it's important to remember? It is important to remember. A lot of people, I mean, my relatives fought in the wars. And I want to say something else too. There are some people that say that Remembrance Day and remembering the sacrifice that our men and women made is somehow glorifying war. That we should be celebrating peace. And that somehow Remembrance Day glorifies war. I'm sorry, I don't usually get into big things, but this is not a political thing. That is ridiculous. Remembrance Day does not glorify war. It celebrates peace. It celebrates that we got through the wars so that we can live in a peaceful society that we have today. So for all the people that say that Remembrance Day glorifies war, you're missing the point if you think that. Not many people who think that. They're a vocal minority, though, and they, for lack of a better word, I believe they're wrong. Everybody's entitled to their opinions, but they're wrong, and that's just, as I say, you're missing the point if that's what you believe. It's a time for remembrance. It's a time for us to thank our servicemen and women who have proudly served our country. I was going to say since 1918, but really since a lot longer than that. Because, of course, the First World War was not the first war that humanity ever fought in. It was just the biggest up until that time. Anyway, that's all I have to say about Remembrance Day. Again, I apologize for the lack of comedy in this show, but it's important that I took aside 10 minutes to really implore everyone out there to take a minute or two and reflect and remember. We wouldn't have the society we have today without the sacrifices of men and women in uniform. And I just wanted to impart that on you, my loyal Daily Life viewers. Tomorrow's topic, we're back to comedy tomorrow. Tomorrow's topic is texting. That's something that I feel strongly about. And it'll be good laughs, good comedy tomorrow. I do thank you for watching this episode of Daily Life. I hope you have a great day. lest we forget.